The most dangerous illusion your brain creates is the feeling that you are fully in control, because in reality, most of your thoughts, reactions, and decisions are initiated subconsciously long before you become aware of them. And consciousness often arrives only to explain what has already happened, which is
Hey,
why
what was
people
that
confidently
for?
justify choices they did not consciously make. And psychologically, the brain avoids uncertainty so aggressively that it will invent explanations rather than admit, I don't know, even when those explanations are wrong. And this need for certainty fuels superstitions, rigid beliefs, and extreme opinions, while emotionally, the brain prioritizes immediate emotional relief over long term well being, leading people to avoid discomfort even when discomfort is the doorway to growth. And another unsettling fact is that the brain is highly influenced by emotional context, meaning the same information feels true or false depending on your mood, which is why fear based messaging is so persuasive. And socially, humans are wired to unconsciously imitate those around them, not just in behavior, but in emotional tone, posture, and even breathing patterns, which is why spending time with calm people regulates your nervous system, while chaotic environments dysregulate it. And neurologically, the brain treats imagined social rejection almost the same as real rejection, which explains why overthinking conversations can be as exhausting as actual conflict. And psychologically, people tend to overvalue their intentions and undervalue their actions, judging themselves by what they meant and others by what they did, a bias that quietly damages relationships. And another deep truth is that the brain confuses busyness with productivity, because movement creates a false sense of progress, even when no meaningful outcome exists, while still draining mental energy. And emotionally, unresolved feelings do not disappear, they go dormant, influencing behavior indirectly through irritability, withdrawal, or sudden emotional reactions. And this is why emotional awareness reduces impulsive behavior, because naming emotions lowers their intensity. And interestingly, the brain releases trust hormones when stories are shared rather than facts, which is why narratives shape beliefs more powerfully than logic. And perhaps the most transformative psychology fact is that the brain cannot tell the difference between who you are and who you repeatedly act as, meaning identity is not fixed, it is rehearsed, and whatever behaviors, thoughts, and environments you consistently repeat will slowly become your default self.